What's up, guys? It is a couple days after our trip now. What day is it? My days are all messed up this week because I've been off work Saturday. I keep thinking it's Sunday for some reason. Okay, today's Saturday. So we've been back for a couple days now. Haven't really done too much. Just got groceries, straightened up the house a little bit. But I'm finally going out to visit my grandpa. It's been a while. He's not doing too hot. And it's like, we don't have a super close relationship, unfortunately, and it's really like no fault of his, no fault of mine. It's just they live so far away. Like, they're out on the outskirts of Dundee, and I'm on like the opposite side of Monroe, like close to Newport. And for the last like 5-6 years of my job, I've been working like 6-7 days a week. You know, a normal day for me is 10-11 hours, and then for a couple of years it was 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, you know, that's like 80 something hours a week. Sorry, I'm like jerking all over this. The road is horrible right now. It's pulling my car everywhere, and it's been like 3 days since it snowed. But so my schedule is just total trash, and I'm the type of person, like, I need my, like, I don't know how to word it. Like, I'm not the type of person, like, I don't like to get off work and then go do a bunch of stuff, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. You know, like, especially, you know, with my type of job, like, I work in a factory, I'm doing a lot of physical labor. When I get off work, you know, I'm tired. Like, I want to come home, relax, you know, get some food, and just kind of, you know, chill out and settle down. You know, I don't want to drive 35 minutes to, you know, somebody's house and, you know, visit and stuff like that. And it's not that I don't want to. I guess that's a horrible way to word it, but it's just, I don't know, like, it was in my head. I guess that's why I never really did. And you know, so unfortunately now, you know, he's got that cancer right here, and I don't know the technical term for it, but I guess it's something that they are blaming on when he was in one of the wars. I think he was in the Navy, if I remember correctly. And it's some kind of chemical, I guess, they used to spray. And basically they're finding out, you know, that it now, you know, many years later, it's giving people these terrible cancers and stuff, which is horrible. But, like, the worst part is, I mean, this has been a long time now, like over a year if I'm not mistaken, maybe even 2 years. But, like, his condition just goes like this. Like, he's doing really bad, and, you know, we all fear the worst. And then a week later, he's, like, basically out and about, you know, like, not acting as if nothing's wrong, but, you know, he's got strength back. He's able to, you know, get around and, you know, chop wood, because they heat their house with a wood, like a wood burning stove or whatever you call it. And, you know, they live like way out in the woods, so, you know, plenty of trees. He's done that his whole life. But then, you know, a couple days later, you know, it's back like he just can't really get out of bed, and he's doing terrible and not eating. So it's been just really mentally just terrible trying to, you know, I don't want to say follow along, but just, you know, like, is he good? Is he bad? Is he okay today? Is he? And then recently, you know, I want to visit way more than I do, because we really don't see each other much more than, like, around the holidays, you know, like Christmas, Easter, you know, Thanksgiving, stuff like that. And, you know, that's not enough. You know, I want to see them more. They want to see me more. They always tell me to come around more, but just with my work schedule, it's been extremely hard. You know, if I would have went over there, like, I would have just been in a piss poor mood probably. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, I don't want to be like that around people. So I don't know. I don't mean to make it sound like I'm making excuses, but, you know, that's literally been the reason why. And especially in that thing too, like, you're like, well, you know, it's a 12-hour day, yeah, but, you know, you still got 12 hours in the day. Well, about another hour and a half of that is spent driving, and then, you know, an hour that's getting ready for work in the morning. So, you know, like 14 and a half of my hours in the day are gone. I still gotta sleep and cut the grass and, you know, do stuff around the house. But anyways, so after the last time that I saw him, he was doing a lot better. So my mom made it sound like he was doing horrible. Like, basically said like he would lose track of his thoughts, you know, mid-sentence, forget what he was talking about, and just really made it sound like, you know, he was taking a quick turn for the worst. And we went and visited, and I mean, he was doing, like, from the last couple times I saw him, way better. He was in and out of his chair. He was talking our ears off. He was eating, drinking a little bit more. And I'm like, and then he was telling us about, you know, this new medication they had him on. So he tried it, and he said he's like, he hasn't felt that good in a long time. He had more energy. Like, he, you know, had an appetite, which was like the first time in a long time. And seemed he forgot like a couple of words when he was talking to us, but I do the same thing. Like, it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Just trying to, like, when you've got a word in your mind and you're trying to say it, but like you just have a brain fart and you can't think of what it was. But you know, aside from that, like, it wasn't, you know, like, he was doing what to me seemed really good. And even Shelby said it, like, I was expecting way worse than what it was. She's like, he was doing so much better. And like a week after that, my mom had texted me, like, basically his diet now consists of I think it's the Ensure, kind of like the protein meal replacement shakes, because they're like, he needs like high calories, you know, like the most he can get out of something, because he can't really taste. He can't really eat like meats, and anything dry like is just a solid no-go. Like, he literally can't do it because his mouth is so dry. So he's been on those, but for a long time. And she said he ate a Big Mac from McDonald's, and I was like, holy crap, you know, for normal people, you know, that's like, oh, whatever. But for him, like, that's epic. So I was like, holy crap, he like really is doing better. And then a week after that, which is about last week, she's just like, you know, he's going downhill quick. He barely gets out of bed, just all kinds of terrible stuff. And it's horrible to hear. Like, the sad thing is, like, I don't even almost like talking to my mom right now, because anytime I talk to her, like, that's just what the conversation is. It's just how bad he's doing. We need to get out there and see him and stuff like that. And I'm like, I know that, you know, I'm trying. But lately he's been going to bed at like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I'm just getting home at that time, you know, so I can't go over there and visit when he's in bed, you know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not trying to make excuses, but it's just like our schedules are just, or my schedule just does not work. And I'm finally home and off this weekend, and it's about 11 o'clock. I'm going over there to visit right now. She said she's over there, so I'm just gonna pop in, I guess. Hopefully everything's good. I'm nervous because I don't like seeing people like that. And that's another thing. Like, I know this sounds horrible, but I don't want to, you know, remember our last moments together, you know, if something bad did happen, you know, if he passed away, unfortunately. Like, I don't want to remember him like this, you know. I want to keep the memories that we have of, you know, him, you know, pre this stuff, you know. And I know that sounds horrible, and I hate to even say that, but hopefully some of you guys understand what I'm trying to, like, actually say. It's just like, I don't know, it's hard to see. It's hard to see him like that, because he was such an active, outdoorsy person, and, you know, now he's just like almost essentially just laying lifeless in a chair, and it hurts to see. It sucks. And this was in the back of my head the whole time we were in our cabin, because my mom was like, you know, keep your phone on, he's not doing good. And I was like, man, if something happens and we're out of town, that's gonna be horrible. Like, it's, for me personally, it would just ruin the trip. And, you know, I wouldn't want to be there. You know, I'd want to be back in town. But hopefully he bounces back again. Hopefully they can get him on some good treatments or something. I don't know. To my last knowledge, they had a doctor's visit, I think this past Thursday, and they were going to try some other treatments. I don't know. But we'll see. Fingers crossed, because, you know, he doesn't deserve any of this crap that's going on. But yeah, so, you know, not to make a like depressingly sad video, so I apologize about that, but just sharing, you know, what's going on. And man, this is the most boring drive out to his house. It's just like, once I get out of Monroe, like out of town, it's just all empty fields, and it smells like cow crap because all the farms, and it's a single, like a, you know, 2-lane road, you know, you can't pass or anything like that because there's always traffic. And then you got one guy that's going like 50, even though the speed limit's like 60, I think. And I hate the drive out here. I'm about to be on his road, and these roads are terrible. Like, even when there's not snow, they're like, it's a dirt road or gravel or whatever, and you're just like, your car is going like this the whole time. Wow, this, I was like, wow, this actually isn't that bad with the snow kind of filling in the potholes, but it still sucks. Who the heck is all here? Oh my God. Well, holy crap. Man, I forgot how handy it is to have a phone mount in the car. So, they had mentioned that they went out and started their car. My grandpa and grandma had mentioned that they went out and started their car the other day to go to the store, and it barely wanted to start. So they said to, my uncle was going to check the battery for him, but he was taking off, so I was like, I'll get it. So I went out there and checked it. Their battery was from February of 2014, which means 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It means, yeah, that guy did math wrong. That's 7 years old. The guy at the battery place was like, yeah, this is 6 years old. This will be 7 years old because this is February of 2021. Unless I'm doing math wrong, I don't know. But, so yeah, I went out there, I checked it for him. The car fired right up. I mean, it's cranking a little bit slower than they normally would, though, but there was really no issue. This is like basically like my car's more luxurious brother, same drivetrain, same engine and stuff, so I know a lot about him. But I was like, you know, with you guys, I didn't say this, but I was like, you know, with them being older, I would definitely recommend replacing it. Me personally, I would have ran it out, you know, and just got as much as I could out of it because, you know, I can swap it out myself, and, you know, it's not too much of a challenge for me. Whereas them, you know, they might leave them stranded somewhere or whatever. So, he had mentioned going to get it replaced. I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, we'll see if you know, my uncle can come get it one of these days. I was like, I can do it right now if you guys want. I was like, they're open, you know, I'm off work. So he's like, yeah, you know, I don't know. Made me feel good because I can finally do something for them. You know, I never really get the chance to do anything for them. So something minor like this, just literally driving the car down there. I personally, you know, would have pulled it out and just drove it down there in my car and then brought it back. But I guess the price is the same. I never actually done it that way. It was pretty cool. Just pull up, pay them, they swap it out, clean your battery terminals and stuff. That was another thing too. The battery terminal was like super corroded. Like there was corrosion all over it. So it was definitely on its last legs. But I'm on my way back now. So I came over around like 11:30ish. I probably got there. It's like 2:30 now. So pretty nice spending some time with them. We've been talking about, he was telling me about their vacation stuff, but yeah, so I am just about back to their house. This drive is actually not too bad. I don't know. Today it's not bad. Like in the winter, everything's cold and frozen. There's no poop smell, so that's pretty cool. Of course, I got a guy in front of me doing like 5 under, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah. Oh my God, too. When I got there, so there was like 5 cars there when I got there, and I knew my mom's and I knew my uncle's, but then there were 2 other ones. So it was my mom, my uncle, my uncle's girlfriend. I don't know. They must have just met up there. I don't know. And then there was a truck, and I was like, I don't know who that is, but he was selling. He has collected coins since he was like 12 years old. He's turning 79 this year, just to put that in perspective. So their basement is like 2 parts. There's a finished part. It's not really finished, but like it's, you know, like concrete floor. You know, there's like a room or whatever, and that's where their furnace and all that stuff is, and their wood stove. They use a wood stove, but they have like a furnace, you know, for backup, luckily. And then there's like a concrete, like a cylinder block wall or whatever, and there's a hole in it, and it's like the foundation for their house, like the rest of the house, and it's just like a crawl space, like the, you know, like a normal house has under it that doesn't have a basement. This guy had this metal box, like almost like an ammunition box, but something way bigger. I mean, it was probably like 2 foot by 2 foot, buried, and it's like soft sand. It's like real dry under there, soft sand. Had this thing buried in there, full of these like old coins and stuff like that, and he had unburied it, but like never pulled it out. I guess he couldn't, because it's awkward. It's really awkward under there. He couldn't, you know, with the weight of it, get it out. So I went down there and got it for him. But he ended up selling, like, this guy was there buying coins from him. Like, I don't know, he's a coin collector and buys them or something like that. So this guy was there buying coins, and he ended up buying like $5,000 worth of coins or something when I was there. And then my uncle had this other guy that they were going to meet up. It was my grandpa's stuff, and my uncle does, like, you know, like all this traveling and stuff for him. This guy, my grandpa had, like, I mean, it was one small handful of these like pure gold dollars, and they were literally just gold dollars, but something about them, they were worth like over $1,000 a piece. And my uncle's meeting this guy up to sell those, and he's getting like $8,000 for those. And I'm like, holy crap, I need to start collecting coins. I couldn't believe it when he told me that, but that was pretty cool. So he got a bunch of money for that stuff, and he's got a ton more. It's insane. This guy is like, I wish I would have cared about this stuff, because he would tell me this stuff when I was younger, and it's, you know, being a kid, I was just like, oh yeah, cool, anyway, so let's play with, you know, Tonka trucks and run around outside and build tree forts and stuff. So unfortunately, like, I stupidly never really took his advice till now. But it's never too late to start, though, right? I'm only 28, turning 29, so. But yeah, so I'm just, like I said, I'm just about back at their house. Probably not gonna stay too long. I'm getting kind of hungry. They had soup, but it didn't really look too, not that it didn't look good, but I'm not really much of a soup guy, so I'm gonna go home, get some stuff taken care of, and you know, hopefully I can work on my car. I got a few things to do to it. So, all right, I'll see you guys here in a second.
Emergency rooms, and I about bled to death Sunday night, and we're dealing with hospice, brand new. So whatever you're looking for, you're not going to get it. All right, bye.